Hello everyone and welcome back to Zaclit Educational Channel. So in this video, we are going to know the last minute important tips for the UGC NET Environmental Science subject for both paper 1 and paper 2. So these tips will be very helpful for you because you have prepared well, the examination is on your door. So let's know these tips to crack our JRF or NET LS goal. So first thing is, after coming from the examination, the many people will be telling that paper was very tough, sir. Yes, this reply will be coming from many students because of two reasons. Number one is lack of proper preparation, and number two is the major reason, unawareness of the 30-50-20 rule. Yes, most of you will not be knowing about this 30-50-20 rule. Because of that, you would have done terrible in your examination. So you should know this rule so that to avoid that saying that paper was very tough, sir. So what is this 30-50-20 rule? This rule is from the last few examinations which we have seen for the UGC NET Environmental Science subject. This is what it consists of: 30%, 50% and 20% of different types of questions. 30% will be easy and direct question. So little bit of time it will take, it will not consume. If you know the concept, definitely you will hit the answer and you will get the full marks. And 50% of the questions, both in paper 1 and paper 2, I'm telling, will be of moderate level and little bit of more concept is required. So 30% easy and direct will be coming, 50% moderate and conceptual time will be coming. And this 20% will be of difficult and combined type. Combined type means they will combine 2 units or 3 units and then the question will be coming from that. You will be thinking that this is coming from out of the box, but that question will be the combination of 2 different units and it will be shaping into a very difficult ones. So what you will do in this scenario? In this scenario, to save the time, to save the concentration and for the peace of mind, you have to keep moving forward. Yes, from question number 1 to 150, consisting of both paper 1 and paper 2, you should just move on in your first attempt. That is, for the first time, if you are starting the exam, you have to move on and just do all those 30% easy and direct questions. 30%, I am telling it can be 25 also, 35 also, but it will come around this. So if you are solving those easy and direct questions, the brain will send the signal that yes, I am doing correct, I am on the right path and I will definitely crack JRF this time. So this will not give you much of tension if you are stuck in these 20% of difficult and combined type of question. Yes, I'll clear this thing. Just mark and review, and then after completing all 150 questions, you should come back and check those 20% difficult and combined. Before that, you should attend these 50% moderate and conceptual type. First in one go, 30% easy and direct questions you will do, and you have been gaining the confidence, and then you can go ahead with the moderate and then difficult type. So never waste more time in a single question. Mark for review and move to next question. So if you are wasting more time in a single question, which is from this 20%, then you will leave this 30 and 50%, that is 80% of the questions you will be leaving, and then you will come up with a very bad mood. Let's move on to the next step. Next is paper 1 and paper 2. Don't miss out anything. You should attempt all 150 questions. Nobody should come and tell that, sir, I left these many questions. If you leave one question, then you may regret that for one question I missed JRF or I missed NET LS. So you should manage your time accordingly. Keep an eye on the timer. The timer will be clicking on there. So that ticking of timer should be very, very appropriate with your timing. You should manage how paper 1 and paper 2 will be over. So don't miss out anything. Attempt all 150 questions, no matter how many questions you are doing correctly or not, because guesswork sometimes also work. So you should attempt all 150 questions and come from the examination hall. Next is data interpretation and reading comprehension. Nowadays in paper 2 also we are having reading comprehension in the environmental science. So paper 1, data interpretation. So out of the 5 questions in data interpretation, 1 or 2 will be very difficult ones. I'm telling you from the past experience, if you're stuck in those one or two questions, solving those questions, then you will miss the easy ones. So here also trick lies. If you see some question in data interpretation is consuming more time, better to leave it or just guess that. And in reading comprehension, directly jump to the question. Some people will say, why to jump into the question? You should read the passage first. But here, time is important. Time is very important. Go directly to the questions and come to the passage then. And then you search the answers there. You will definitely get that if you are reading it sincerely. So first, go directly to the questions in the reading comprehension. Come back to the passage. No need to read all these things, because knowingly, intentionally, they will add some different types of sentences and paragraphs to take your time. So you should not be in their trap. And these two things, 10 questions in paper 1, at least 7 to 8 you should do it correctly. Even if you are skipping that 1 or 2 danger question, you should get full marks from these two areas, because it will help you to score more marks. Now some of the smart tips I will be telling you. Smart tips is that in the match the following question, try to match the items which you know first and search in the option. If it matches, then no need to think for the other ones which you don't know. For example, in match the following A and B, if you know that A in something, some first thing is matching with the third one in the B, then check in the option where 1 is matching with the 3. If it is in the single option, then just click on that and move ahead. No need to check for other thing. You should be confident enough to say that yes, 1 should definitely match with 3, and then if it is in the only one option, then you can directly hit that. No need to check for all the 3-4 options which will be given in the columns. So that is the first thing. I know you will be doing that thing, and this you should continue. Next is in assertion and reasoning. Many of you are confused. For that, the tip is first try to find if any statement is false. Yes, if you are 100% sure that if any statement is false, then what you will be doing? Assertion is false or reason is false, then you will get the answer. Then if it is not a false statement, both are correct statement, then you should analyze whether the assertion is giving the correct explanation of R. So the R is giving the correct explanation of assertion or not. That is the secondary thing. But if you know whichever is false, then you have to hit that option and you will get the marks. Next is read carefully where it is mentioned not. Yes, in some questions it will be mentioned, find out the statements which is not considered this, which is not according to this. So if you are not careful and skipping this not thing, you will be thinking that it is asking which is the thing, which is the criteria, and you will hit that option, because they will intentionally give those options which will be under that thing, and you will get a big 0. So read carefully where it is mentioned not. Next is clean and clear rough sheet. Yes, your rough sheet which you will be getting it from the invigilator, it should be clean and clear so that your brain will be also clear. It will not be a mess, and then easily you can solve the problem. If you can go back and check again also, you can do it easily. It is not that something here it will be there, here it will be there, here it will be there, and then you will be searching something and you will get something else. So your rough sheet should be clean and clear, neat and clean, so that no need of extra rough sheet also, because if you are doing it mess all over, then you will ask the invigilator, your time will be lapsed, and you will be in trouble. So make your rough sheet very clean and clear. Then is act smartly for the numericals. Yes, some numericals will be coming. If you know solve the problem, if you know the formula, you will get the answer. But if you don't know the formula, how to solve the numerical, don't waste your time. Simply do what thing is that either multiply or divide the numbers which are given in the question. In question, some values will be given. Either multiply A with C, B with C, or divide with that. And if you get some value close to the values given in the option, just click on that and move ahead. You don't need to give much interest on those things and spend your time. So just either multiply them, divide them, and you will get certain value, and then hit that option and move ahead. Next is if any question you are confused between two options. Yes, many often it happens. If in two options you are confused, then select the one which came in your mind first. Yes, somewhere during a revision, your preparation, you have come across that. That's why that thing came into your mind first. So whichever is coming in your mind first, select that option, and most of the time that option is only correct. So this is from the experience I'm telling. Next is in numerical question, be attentive about the correct unit for conversion. You have done all the numerical, you have put the formula correctly, done the calculation, and then you forgot to convert it to the unit from kg to gram, milliliter to liter. Then you will select the wrong option because they will again intentionally give the wrong unit option. So you have to be attentive about correcting the conversion unit before you attend any numerical. Next is the most important thing. If you feel nervous in between, we all are human beings. If you feel nervous in between, take few second break. Make yourself comfortable, sip some water, then again resume the game. That game means the game of getting JRF, getting LS. Why you have started this preparation? Just because to reach your goal. So when you feel like quitting, think about why you started this journey, why you came this place to attend this exam, because it all depends on your goal. So these things should not demotivate you. If 2 or 3 questions are not getting correctly in your examination time, don't lose hope. Whatever you have prepared, questions are coming from there. They will come from there. You should be confident enough, and you should be very much confident that yes, this time I will be getting the JRF. So all my best wishes are always with you, as I say every time. So all the very best for the examination. See you guys in our next video. Till then, keep smiling and believe in yourself.